Hello, and welcome to my very first video blog. I'm really excited about this new way to communicate with you. Maybe you read my stuff on about.com. Maybe you come here and you read my personal thoughts on health and wellness. But I'm going to try, here on the personal blog, to do it video style so you really get a sense of who I am. And hopefully that will inspire you to make those little changes that you can make to help improve your digestive and your overall health. So for my first video blog post, I want to talk about the topic of, can you truly transform your health? Let me give you a bit of a backstory as to how I came up with this particular topic. So recently I was on an airplane. The intention was to fly down to Florida to get my son settled into college his freshman year. My other option would have been to drive, but instead my son and my husband decided to drive down. The reason I passed on that option is that my son has a hot rod and he has been delivering pizzas for the past 2 years. So the idea of being in his hot rod as he drove down south seemed very terrifying to me. So I was lucky enough to be able to make air travel arrangements, and that's what I did. So the weather was fine here in New York, and the plane, taxis off to the runway. Everything's fine. Until I realized we're kind of sitting on the runway for a long time. Probably after we're sitting there about a half hour, they make an announcement that due to weather down south, all the flights out of New York had been canceled and we had to go back to the gate. All right, they roll the plane back to the gate, and if you've ever been in this terrible situation, you understand what that means. They turn off the air conditioning. So here I had always read about the fact that people could get stuck at the gate for hours, but it had never happened to me, and now it was happening to me. Now, unfortunately, the paperback book that I had brought along to amuse myself was not grabbing my attention, but it's hard to be bored when you have a cell phone. So I did a couple of crossword puzzles and then started to aimlessly flip through my Kindle app to see if there were any books that I hadn't finished. And what did I come across but Deepak Chopra's book titled something like The 7 Spiritual Laws for Spiritual Success, or Attracting Success, or something. So I started reading the book. So beside the obvious that, of course, Deepak's point of view, from a spiritual point of view, is the universe is exactly as it's supposed to be. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And so that meant for that moment, I was supposed to be trapped in a plane with no air conditioning. But they're absolutely right. Because as I was reading, I came across this sentence, this wonderful sentence that Deepak Chopra wrote. And it was that attention energizes and intention transforms. If I had not been stuck on that plane, I never would have read that sentence. I find that sentence so inspirational. And here is where I'm going to bring it back to your health. So, attention energizes. If you are suffering from IBS, then you know that your body is sending you the message to pay attention. If you suffer with other things, your body is sending you the message, pay attention. So that's why you have the gas, you have the bloating, you have the stomach pain. Your body is screaming at you, pay attention. So you're probably paying attention, you're reading my stuff, you're here listening to me now. The intention, in order to transform, the intention has to be, I'm going to do what it takes in order to transform my health. But what does that mean, what it takes? If you knew what it took, you'd be doing it already. And that's the thing. In order for transformation to happen, we need the intention, but we need more than an intention. We need a system. We sort of need to know step by step, what do we need to do? What is it that our bodies are looking for so that they can be healthy? We need support. You might look to your doctor to get support, but they might not have a lot of time, and they might be limited as to what they can actually tell you to help your body to heal. You also need accountability, and this is where a health coach comes in. A health coach can provide you with the system, a health coach can provide you with the support. Most importantly, a health coach can provide you with the accountability. Because probably if I asked you, what's one thing that you could be doing that would probably make an impact on your health that you're not doing, you'd probably come up with an answer. But without accountability, it's hard to do that. But when you are speaking with a health coach and you know that at the end of the week you are going to be having to be reporting in, that is going to help motivate you to make that change. That change, even that smallest little tiny step of a change that's going to help to transform your body from a body that is not well and that is screaming at you to pay attention to a body that feels great. So, as you know, I am a big fan of that low FODMAP diet. I know it's not easy, I know it's tricky, and I also recognize that it might not be the only thing that you need to do for your health. But what I love about the low FODMAP diet is that it is a great starting point. What the low FODMAP diet does is it allows you to figure out which foods you can eat without worrying that you're going to have to pay the consequences later. It also helps you to figure out which foods are really the ones that are troublesome for you, for your unique body. And then the thing that I love the most about the low FODMAP diet is the fact that I truly believe that in order to be well, all of us need to be eating more produce. But if you have IBS, produce has probably not been your friend. What the low FODMAP diet does is it helps you to get acquainted with the produce that your body can tolerate now. The vegetables, the greens, maybe even some fruit that your body can tolerate now. And then once that happens and you are starting to eat more of those foods that you don't have to be afraid of, your body gets healthier. Your gut gets healthier. The gut bacteria gets to be a better balance. And then that can allow you to expand the range of vegetables and greens and maybe some fruits that you can eat, to really start to get to the heart of the matter and really help to improve your digestive health and your overall health. So in order to help you get started, my newest project is to run a quick 6-week program. I call it the Living Low FODMAP Fast Start program. It's a 6-week group coaching program to help you to figure out just how to get that low FODMAP diet to work in your life, given the demands of your life and with your unique body. And what is the benefit of this? That you experience a lot less gas, that you don't wake up in the morning with a flat belly and then watch it bloat up as the day goes on, that you're not crippled over with stomach cramps, that you're not constantly worrying about the bathroom. Am I going to need a bathroom in the next 2 minutes, or I might have an accident? Or on the other side of the spectrum, when is this body ever going to empty itself? I have been eating and nothing is coming out. When? When is that going to happen? And what do I need to be afraid of when that actually does happen? Where am I going to be? How am I going to feel? The low FODMAP diet is very good at helping people to get rid of gas and bloating, to normalize those bowel movements, and therefore to reduce the pain that's associated with the problems in IBS, that your system's just not working the way that it's supposed to be working. So this 6-week program, I want you to be successful on it. I want you to be feeling better at the end of the 6 weeks. So in order to help make that happen, what I'm going to do is, if you sign up for my 6-week group program, I am going to sign you up for my low FODMAP diet e-course for free. Because I want you to have all the tools that you can have at your disposal to use the diet effectively, to make it work for you in your life so that you feel better. And the great thing about the e-course is the e-course is going to teach you the nuts and bolts of the diet. So we won't have to do that in our group coaching calls. In the group coaching calls, we can focus only on how to make the diet work for you in your life. Now, yes, it is a group, so you're going to have to share me, but it is my intention to give each group member some individual time so that you will be benefiting from that. And at the same time, you will also be benefiting by learning when I'm coaching other people, because they're in the same boat with you. They're trying to figure out how to get a grip on this IBS. And they'll be trying to figure out how to effectively use the low FODMAP diet to get to the place where you want to be, which is that you are able to have confidence about what foods you're eating, that you can wear the clothes you want to wear. You don't have to choose clothes based on your symptoms, and that you get to be doing what you want to be doing, living your life the way you want to be living. So does this all sound great? It sounds great to me. And I would love, love, love to have you aboard and have the opportunity to work with you. So how do you do this? You just have to sign up for the program. So you will see at the bottom of this blog post, you will see a link for the program, or you're clearly on my website. Look up above, look under IBS help, and then look under low FODMAP diet help, and you will see the description of the program, and then you'll clearly see a place to click so that you can sign up. So back to Deepak Chopra, and that is, if the goal is to transform your health, you need to set that intention, and you need to set the intention that you're going to do what you need to do in order to get to that point where you deserve to be, and that is that you have a happier belly and that your life is not ruled by your tummy. Okay, so until next time, look into the program.